Sacramento for the last 7. There's Langevine into Mitchell, but a block for Debaji Walker. Rhodey again with an opportunity contest. Still plenty of time here. Lob to Langevine as he shoves another offensive board. It's Langevine this time for Rhodey and up.
In the Atlantic 10, Minutemen starting in that same zone they used down in Kingston.
And an open look for. There's Fats.
Beautiful
wide
play.
open Langevine.
Langevine on the board. The putback. Langevine looking for the seal. Gets fed. Spins on Landers.
Out and who his veterans on this team. Let's go enough.
Langevine count it with a foul. Goodwin all over Russell here. Langevine gets a step on
The season, Coach Ford can leave French on the sideline.
Martin inside.
Are problematic because he didn't even go up to Bochinum.
Oh, want to leave Russell to Langevine.
Hurt them as much the way he played in that first half. So like Brankovic is a go-to guy for you.
Oh, Langevine was shot to be 30 of the game's first 40 minutes. Russell again? Yes!
Quickly, but outside of Fats Russell, there aren't guys that are go-to three-point shooters. That's the one Achilles heel for the Rams.
Langevine to that resume. Langevine right now underneath, trying to make
to get moving. As long as they're attacking the paint just like that, that's where.
bunch of guys sitting out is transfers. Ready to restock the talent pool with young basketball. He said that's the one thing we can control.
In December when I went home, I said, man, you're gigantic. Fats off the mark, rebound by Martin, can't get it to go, and finally the putback for them.
Before he gets into his motion, that way you're just taking the ball out of bounds. They got to run him off some screens.
Langevine spinning around, is able to get
Putting the ball on the floor and going one-on-one.
Langevine spinning every which way.
Pittsburgh, the assistant coach, about that very thing.
Langevine, quick catch.
Being guarded aggressively earlier by Chapman.
Langevine backdoor to Martin off the glass. He forced the act. Covered mostly by Chapman tonight, but also Cohill. There's a backdoor pass to him, and he gets a bucket.
Here on the road. Rams 4-0 so far in league play on the road. And right away they'll tee it up. Russell on the curve.
Carr got a piece of that.
Now Langevine read it perfectly in sport.
Playmaker, Jameer Nelson Jr.'s got a lot of comparable talents to Fats Russell.
Langevine that time. Doughton coming back to the road. Extra pass and the finish. Land loss against St. Bonaventure with 19 during the midweek. Russell tees up 3. Got another.
Action from George Washington because I think the roll man, specifically Parr, will be open.
Russell, long range. Skip pass, open look, and that
Make decisions away from the basketball because he's too good with the ball in his hands.
There's that rebounding you're talking about, and there's
a lot of cutting. Martin's doing a great job of trying to get the teeth in the defense. Big fella Langevine, the senior.
the double comes. Bad telegraph pass. Langevine, Mitchell. Mitchell knew he had to give it up. That crowd has been fairly quiet. Walker, the Euro, nice lead. Oh my goodness. 1 straight conference road games, the lone win, oddly enough, against Dayton in year number 1. Langevine.
This is going to be a great matchup tonight. Langevine against Santos Silva. Langevine scores it. Solomon does an awesome job with us here as well. Here's Langevine, works his way in and got it to go. You're laughing at me when I went to break saying, hey, it could have been an unreal comeback here by VCU. And I'm like, well, as Langevine puts a countdown, comes up after us as Russell dishes it. Langevine!
Straight out of Kentucky, Louisville. And then finally you got Hulk down there in the paint, Marcus Santos Silva. That's VCU.
Langevine needs the cutter. There's a basket. Now let me say the same for the crowd at VCU. They're awesome as well. I mean, you get out there. There's Russell hits it.
No field goals for Mason in almost the last 4 minutes. Whirling dervish for Russell. Nice find, and Langevine. The sets work to their advantage multiple times tonight. Here's Doughton on the back door. Give
The number one scorer in the A-10 to get things started. They go down low for Cyril.
Getting after it defensively.
There's another turnover and another run out for Langevine.
Is over top, big time candidate for player of the year in the conference. He is a beast.
Langevine to the basket and the foul.
Has a bunch of guys that have won and understand how to look at that ball
nifty. Already has a couple of threes in the game. Langevine down low from Martin. 7:38 in favor of the home team. Second half, 11 minutes to go. Backdoor from Martin.
Slips it for Langevine. Off the glass, no good. Putback is good.
Trying to post Langevine early. Muscling in on Brajkovic. Out. Pocket picked. Langevine.
You know, you need heavy, when you get legs that are tired, it's hard to shoot from.
The Friars have legitimate size up front.
They're bigger, they're more athletic, they're deep. Of my occasional shooter.
Yeah.
And he was coaching up to the day he died 2 years ago at age 82. I just love this coin, Doug.
Langevine given room. Russell gives it back to Langevine, right to the rim. He's with a bad miss. Russell with a head of steam down the lane. Stuck back. Coach Cooley didn't have his wallet on him. Told C-Pop, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and get it. I'm good for it. But, of course, the dealership wouldn't let him drive off the lot with a Mercedes. Langevine! Gonna be a breakaway.
We were saying, okay, swings up and down, but in a game like this, last possession, usually the case. Offense.
Back cut. And the first 2 points. Good ball movement. And it results in a long layup.
Langevine takes it to Logan Rout and the left-hand clock. Rout has it knocked away by Langevine. 5th turnover, and Langevine with a finish. Tate looking for Russell. Russell with Osaboyan on him, and the leave, Langevine, and Langevine high off.
Big series for both clubs here.
Catch Russell. Pretty hook inside. Here's Russell with the ball. Being doubled. Langevine will take it to the basket and score. Langevine down low.
Traditional 7 o'clock. But the Rams getting one more game under their belt before 2 big contests as an interior to control the game. As Fats almost turned it over, Cyril Langevine bailed him out. Doughton on the interior, 13 points, yeah. 3-1 on the season, Rhode Island 4-2. Jeff Doughton splits defenders. He can't finish. Langevine with an offensive rebound.
Last week, Rhode Island hosted Alabama and beat them at home. Langevine gets it off the window and in. Let's first
outside the top 5 conferences pick it up. And
Russell gets the
13-14. They played really good defense on Watford.
Langevine left alone, turned and rammed it.
All the people at Van Wagner that have been helping out. This tournament was very well run.
Langevine, a tough make. See now right there, that is.
And you have Fats Russell that can shoot the 3.
Langevine again.
Doing a really good job, or they were defensively. Rhode Island has to get something going here offensively, and that's the guy to do it right there. Beautiful pass. Oh my goodness. Tigers. Can't leave him open.
That's a 14 move from a regular season title. Dump off to Langevine inside. Great move up in the backcourt. Gives it up to Makai Long. Long looking for a 2. That one hard off the backboard. Langevine offensive rebound. Nice to Langevine. Block! Count the bucket and Lachey. It's poked away. Martin feeds it up to Langevine. Cyril. Fats with a finish.
Shackelford short, chased down by Fats Russell. Ahead to Langevine, beautiful bend. He needs improvement on that offensive end you just saw. And there's a beautiful bounce pass. Jaden Shackelford see the baby hook all that often.
Well, you got a lot of bigs now shooting threes. They want to be guards.
That's beautiful backdoor play. He was the youngest freshman in the country a year ago. Just turned 18 and a sophomore. There's another backdoor cut. And now Langevine has Harris inside. And off the window.
He looks like a really strong dude out there, and he plays a little with not enough physicality.
12:20 to go in the game. Doughton, beautiful take.
But there's some gamesmanship.
Sure.
In terms of taking a charge. Sarah.
10 teams that have 3 players on the preseason squads. As Langevine, Thompson, year number 2 at the helm of the Rams since Dan Hurley left for the school in Connecticut. Cyril gets a big role, but you don't want to see him do too much. Martin the kick. Langevine up. Bucket. Or rather, the Sharks are. Langevine puts the ball to the hardwood. Inside, gets fancy and finishes on pace and transfers as the Rams force another turnover. The Rams with pace. Langevine puts it. Tate feeds it inside to Langevine, and that's as close as they can going into the break. They're pretty good feeling about themselves. Martin tees it up. That one being that 6th man, and he's been the best player on the court. Langevine brings it home with 2 hands.